I put my heart on my live. I gave it all I could give. I made it hot at the crib. I can't fight the crib. Where you gonna go when you do? I'ma know.
Hey, you guys, it's Gucci. It's your boy, yes, your kid out, the first black Super Saiyan world vibe on this planet. So, I got a video for you guys. Shouts out to my boy Time Patrol Savior. Sent me this link, and I wanted to look it up and, find some articles on it and actually talk about it and, get more information on this whole teaser that was announced from Toei, straight from Toei Animation. Through their Twitter and Instagrams, all that junk. So, we got some news. Supposedly, Dragon Ball teases a legendary announcement. Now, I don't know what this is pertaining to, but we're going to check out this article and see what's up with this and see what this could be. Could this be a revival of Dragon Ball Super? Could this be some kind of reboot in a way? Could this be some new revamp to maybe the animation style of Super, where they may go with the Shintani style from Dragon Ball Super Broly and perfect the story even further and try to do it in a way something that the DCEU is doing, running with the current mess, not really trying to retcon, but they're going to take a break, revamp, make sure the animation is consistent, and next time they try Super again, they're going to make sure that power scaling is on point. Because those are the biggest drawbacks of Super, is the power scaling and the inconsistent animation for me. Other than that, I like Dragon Ball Super. Other than that, I like Super. Other than that, only issue is the power scaling and the inconsistent animation. But other than that, story is Dragon Ball. The Goku Black Arc, that's cliche Dragon Ball stuff. Tournament power, that was the Tenkaichi tournament. It's Dragon Ball stuff. That's the stuff we want from Dragon Ball. Going to different planets, fighting aliens. Now they're at the level of where they are gods now. Well, not truly gods, but they are close to becoming gods. Close. They are not gods. They're close. I think people get mixed up when they get the title of God, because in most cases there's either a pantheon of gods, and in Dragon Ball there's a pantheon of gods. You got the angels, you got Xeno, who's the creator of all, the Omni King. Then you got the angels. Then you got the gods of destruction. Then you got the mortals. As of now, from what we know regarding the show. So let's go in. Let's get into this article. Dragon Ball legendary announcement. Let's tease the legendary announcement. Let's get into this article now. Dragon Ball teases legendary announcement by Nick Valdez, March 1st, 2019. The Dragon Ball franchise is in the midst of one of its strongest years ever, as 2018 provided huge breakout projects and 2019 promises even more. That makes Funimation, a company that I could not truly support anymore, and Toei Animation's recent teases all more intriguing. Toei Animation and Funimation took to Twitter recently to tease that something legendary is coming from the Dragon Ball franchise. Check out mysterious teasers below. Shouts out to Freak Funimation, but shouts out to them dropping this 4-star Dragon Ball. You guys don't know how memorable the 4-star Dragon Ball is to the series. Let's not forget, the 4-star Dragon Ball symbolizes the start of a journey. The 4-star Dragon Ball symbolizes adventure and basically embarking on a journey. 4-star Dragon Ball started everything. It's the origin point. It emphasizes for you to start a journey of greatness. That's just what it is. You start your journey, and hopefully you make it something great. Then you got the 3-star ball, man. Freak the 3-star ball, bruh. Ain't nothing special. 4-star all day. On March 1st, Funimation tweeted a photo of the 4-star Dragon Ball along with the caption, "Something legendary is coming." This was peculiar on its own, but a minute later, Toei Animation shared a photo of the 3-star Dragon Ball with the same caption. Though there's no clue as to what this legendary announcement will entail, fans are absolutely curious as to what this may be. Current theories around the announcement put the 4, 3, and 3-star images in the new light, as they suspect that something is being teased for either March 4th or April 3rd. There are also theories that this could be an announcement related to the upcoming 35th anniversary celebration of the original Dragon Ball manga's release Other theories even have fans hoping that the next era of Dragon Ball anime will be announced. Yes. Either way, fans will soon find out what Toei Animation and Funimation are teasing to the Dragon Ball franchise. They have legendary hopes that hopefully won't be dashed. Dragon Ball Super currently airs its English dub on Adult Swim during the Toonami programming block, Saturday evenings at 11 p.m. It is also available to stream on Funimation and Amazon Video. The Japanese language release of the series is complete and available to stream on Funimation Now and Crunchyroll. The manga has chapters that can currently be read for free thanks to Viz Media. Shouts out Viz Media. The Dragon Ball Super is currently in theaters as well. Dragon Ball Super Broly. Go check that film out. It's a really tight film. It has its issues. Dragon Ball Super Broly has its issue. It does. One issue I take away from it is, yes, it's iconic Dragon Ball, stuff. You got the comedy, you got the epic, you got the epic glorious transformations, the epic build-ups to a battle, the epic action going on within a battle. You get all that. But see, the problem was how Dragon Ball Super Broly played out. They made it seem like Goku and Vegeta needed Gogeta to win that fight, which I have an issue with, especially with Broly. Not saying Broly was weak, but what I'm saying is both of them should have been able to double team on Broly once they got the blue and defeated him. In a way, they fused. Okay, let's think about it like this. Goku and Vegeta, easily in blue, one of them could have probably defeated him. Now, clearly, Broly was stacked up because we got to look at what Broly power-ups he had. Broly had his current raw energy that he was born with. He had raw energy that he was born with amount of ki that exceeded a majority of people. And then you got Broly, who also turned into a great ape more than once, which exposed his body to increasing in muscle mass, and it also increasing in the size of his body. Y'all remember, Broly was his body was physically increasing like he was growing like a great ape. He wasn't getting all furry and stuff, but he was increasing like a great ape. And you also remember, Broly retained a attack from the Ozaru transformation. Y'all remember when he shot that green beam out of his mouth? We never seen Goku or Vegeta do that ever, but we seen Broly do it. Broly did that because he retained the abilities of a great ape. In that affected his biology overall, and he sort of retained that with his current form, his base form, his regular form. So he's a mixture of a great ape and a standard Saiyan, but he doesn't need to turn into a great ape to be great. So he has a boost in power up from the Ozaru transformation, and then on top of that, he has Super Saiyan to hit that level. Because let's be real. Let's say, for example, the day Frieza attacked him. Frieza picked the perfect day to attack all the Ozarus, right? Well, all the Saiyans. He attacked him during the daytime. Perfect time for him to attack. And he did. Because those base Saiyans were nowhere near Frieza's power. Now, if all those Saiyans turned Ozaru, Planet Vegeta would have not been destroyed. I'm not saying Frieza would have lost, but Frieza's army would have been decimated. And Frieza would have had trouble trying to destroy that planet. If all the Saiyans on that planet turned into a great ape, shot their beams at Frieza, it was going to be an even fight, bruh. Frieza is not finna take out over 1,000 Ozarus. Great apes, let's be real. He's not. An army of those, he's not taking out an army of great apes like that. So, that form is a very powerful form. Very powerful. The only drawback, the form is dangerous to control. It's dangerous. Some can control it, but it's dangerous to control. That's why they cut off the tails. Because it's in itself is a risky transformation to take, because it could further mess up your mind. AKA Broly. Because we remember, Broly's mind was affected by Paragus' teachings. Let's think of Broly is Michael Jackson and Paragus is Joe Jackson. That's how you can look at the relationship of how Broly was. He may have had some distaste for his dad, but he was so loyal to his dad because that's his dad. But his dad was kind of a douchebag because his dad tried to force his ideas of revenge onto Broly, which in case messed up his mind. And Broly turned into a great ape, also fueled and messed up his mind too. So there's so many factors to it. And Broly himself, he trained with his dad. He sparred, practiced. So we can't say that he couldn't go up there and be able to go head up with Goku and them. He knew how to fight. He knew a form of martial arts. He can fight. He was training with his dad. He was training with his dad. Him fighting with Goku and Vegeta is like when Goku and Vegeta used to gain Zenkai boost. When they was near death, they would gain that boost and sort of learn from the experience. Same thing with Broly. Broly was learning as he goes. He was becoming better as he goes. Increasing in power. His power was wild, but he was learning as he goes. Just like how Goku can catch on quick to a new fighting style. Just how Goku just looked at Roshi do a Kamehameha wave, and Goku mimicked the same thing and did it. So, yeah. But had an issue with Power Scaling. Overall, Dragon Ball Super Broly was still a Dragon Ball film show. It was Dragon Ball. It's Dragon Ball, bro. This is what Dragon Ball is. Great action. Amazing action. Memorable characters. Iconic characters. This is the one thing you can like about Dragon Ball, and you can also appreciate. You can, basically, the whole cast of Dragon Ball, you can almost like every single character. Like, real talk. Let's be real. Now, there's only a few animes, where you can like the whole cast, like, legit the whole cast, or like a huge amount of the cast, and probably dislike only 2 to 3 characters. There's a bunch of animes where people will like only maybe 2 to 3 characters, and they're like freak the rest of the cast. They're like trash. Dragon Ball has that. Dragon Ball has that way of making characters iconic enough for us to gravitate to them, for us to love them, for us to appreciate them, and appreciate their relevancy. Like, real talk. I'm tell y'all my favorite Dragon Ball characters. It's pretty much the whole Z cast. Obviously, I like Goku. Obviously, I like Vegeta. Obviously, I like Piccolo. Gohan. Android 17. Android 17, fresh, bro. That fit. Android 17 fit is fresh. Android 18. Bulma. Yes, even Chi-Chi. I like Chi-Chi. Goten. Young Trunks. Future Trunks. Hell, Cell is one of my favorite characters. Frieza is one of my favorite characters. Kid Buu is one of my favorite characters. I don't like Super Buu and I don't like Majin Buu, but I like Kid Buu. Crazy, bro. But a majority of that cast you can like. I also like Tien, and I also like Yamcha. Hell, I even like the little pig, Oolong. Shouts out Oolong. And you got Korn, you got Popo, you got Dende, and then you got back in the day, Kami was my favorite character, but you know, when Kami fused Piccolo, I forgot Kami existed for a while. I forgot him and Piccolo was fused together, but they're fused together. I forgot about that. But that's one thing you can appreciate about Dragon Ball. You can always appreciate that these characters are just so iconic in themselves, and you can gravitate to them. You can literally gravitate to these characters. Like, one of the big things I gravitated to Goku for was Goku's ability to take people and make them good, kind-hearted people. So, for example, the whole cast of Z Warriors. Let's not forget, Krillin used to be a rival of Goku. Yamcha used to be a rival. Yamcha was a bandit that tried to steal from him. Tien was from a rival school that was training in martial arts, and he became Goku's friend. Same for Chaozu, Vegeta, Piccolo. Who else did Goku turn? Hell, in a way, you can say he also did the same thing for Broly. In a way. Piccolo. Yeah, pretty much the cast of Z Warriors. Hell, Majin Buu. Every time Goku around, he seems to turn these guys into good guys. Well, actually, Mr. Hercule, in a way, did the work of bringing Majin Buu to the side of good. That was mainly Hercule. That was Hercule who did that. But we know from the majority, Goku turned everybody's lives around. For example, Bulma. Let's not forget. Bulma overall was using Goku as a bodyguard and trying to also just get a wish so she can wish for whatever she wants. Remember, she tried to use Goku as a bodyguard, bruh. A bodyguard. But this nigga was OP. But see, Goku just being around his friends made them better, nicer people. He makes people nicer people. He doesn't bring negativity. He brings a positivity. Yes, Goku is stupid. Yes, Goku is stupid. But you cannot dispute the fact that Goku, in his presence, he's a positive man. He's a positive man. Always happy. Always bringing some sort of kindness to the room. Always bringing some sort of good to the area. He's that dude. He's that dude. He's that dude. He may be the dumbest. He may be the dumbest. He may be the stupidest. He may be that. But let's not forget, this man has the sole amount of good on that crew, on that team. Him and Gohan is a smarter version of Goku, but they're both kind-hearted people. Goku's sons, all together, kind-hearted people, humble as fuck. Kind-hearted, especially Goten, bro. Kind-hearted individuals. Let's get back to this article. If you wanted to catch up with the English dubbed series, there's actually a pretty nifty way to do so. You can currently stream the first 91 episodes of the dub on Funimation Now, which brings the series from the beginning all the way to when the universes began gathering their fighters for the Tournament of Power. It's not too far off from where the Toonami run of the series is at currently. Have you subscribed to Comic Book Nation, the official podcast of comicbook.com yet? Check it out by clicking here on the listen below. Fuck. Bruh. What the freak? Hey, Grookey looks raw, bro. I think that's why I like Grookey, bro. That makes all sense now, because Cell is one of my favorite characters. Cell's a G, bro. Cell's a G. People be hating on Cell, man. Cell's a G, bro. Alright. Let me say this. What this legendary announcement could be. What I think it could be, look, you guys, I understand your issues with Super. I totally understand that. There's a bunch of things I still give chances. For example, the MCU and DCEU. Yes, this stuff is flawed, but I'm not finna take away the fact that the MCU still got some dope moments. I'm not finna take away the fact that the MCU still got some dope moments. It got issues, but it's still tight. Same thing for DC. The DCEU, it got hella issues, bruh. The DCU got hella issues, man. Hella issues. But I still like it and I want to see it prosper. I get on this stuff so hard because I just want to see you prosper, bruh. Because you can't go easy on these companies no more. They throwing around too much bullshit. Same thing for Toei. I'm not finna forget how y'all shitted on Super, bruh. I'm not finna forget what y'all did. I'm not finna forget how y'all shitted on that animation after episode 5. Y'all go back to the first 5 episodes of Dragon Ball Super. The first 5 episodes. Let's not forget in those first 5 episodes, that was the cleanest animation I have ever seen for a Dragon Ball. It looked like I was watching one of the Dragon Ball Battle of Gods movies. It looked like that. And then after episode 5, it dropped. And then when you get to it dropped through the Battle of Gods arc and the Resurrection F arc, that shit was trash. But after the Battle of Gods arc, and when it got to the tournament between Universe 6 and 7 arc, the animation was on point. Then the animation dropped and got inconsistent again when you got the Resurrection F. And then after Resurrection F, when you get to the Goku Black arc, at the beginning of the Goku Black arc, that shit was trash. The animation. And then when you get to the middle, it picked up. And then at the end, it fell. And then when you got to the end, the Tournament of Power arc, then the animation picked up and got good again. And I'm like, what the freak is going on? It's so inconsistent. It was so off-putting. It was so off-putting that Toei was doing that bullshit. And then you got the power scaling issue. Now, people, y'all need to realize, Goku is the main protagonist of the show. I understand that Goku, he's an idiot. I understand that. I totally understand that. I understand. But Goku is the protagonist of the show, period. Goku always been the protagonist. I can see how people wanted Gohan to eventually become the main protagonist of the Majin Buu arc. I see why. But at the end of the day, Goku is the protagonist of this show, period. He always been a protagonist. He always been the main character of the show. And people need to forget, Japanese fans, they wanted Goku. I was totally fine with this because I didn't have nothing against it. They wanted Goku to be the main protagonist, and you also gotta remember this: the Japanese, when it comes to anime, what Toei is gonna go to their main audience first, the Japanese. They're gonna listen to them first before they listen to Americans. Let's be real. Let's say we got an American company that's making cars for us, right? Let's say we got an American company that's making cars for us. Now, if they're gonna go out and get some consensus and stuff and do some statistics and ask questions and stuff, you're gonna expect that they're gonna go to us first and get our opinions first, and then go to everyone else after. Because it's just right that you should do that. You should go to your main provider first, get feedback, and then go to the other people. It would suck if the company that is made for you, your crew, and they went straight to them first when they're really irrelevant to us, and we're more relevant than them because they stay over here and we stay over here. You're ours. Why are you going to them first when what they say isn't really relevant, and then you just ditch us and go there? What the freak? There's companies that do that. And it's just like, the Japanese is the main audience for anything anime. We can't expect everything here in America to go our way. We can't just, because let's be real, bruh. There be some people that want to shut down anime. There's people that want to ban anime because, some of the content, but they can't get it. They can't stop Japan, bruh. They can't stop a country from publishing anime and shit. What the freak? What the freak? They can't stop Japan, bruh. Japan won't stop. So I'm totally fine with Goku still being the main protagonist. From Toei, from Dragon Ball Super, what I need y'all to do, give Vegeta that spotlight. Give Vegeta that shine. Like, Vegeta been getting his shine, but Vegeta been getting his shine in the ways of getting his ass kicked. But I would have to disagree with that, because if y'all go to the Tournament of Power Art, Vegeta has been showing more heart than probably anybody in the show. In the Tournament of Power Art, when Vegeta went head up with it was Toppo. Vegeta was fighting Toppo, and Toppo was just gaining so much power. He was just punching Vegeta in the face, giving Vegeta that black eye. Vegeta kept on falling down. Vegeta was like, kept on getting up. He kept on getting up and trying and fighting and boom, 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 pop, pop. That's what you can value about Vegeta. Look, Vegeta in no way, let's be real, Goku's always going to be the better fighter than Vegeta. I mean, that's just plain and simple. Because look at their training regimens. Vegeta will train himself to the point where Vegeta will exhaust his body to the point where his body will damn near fall apart. Goku, when he trains, Goku trains hard, but Goku takes those breaks. He takes those rests. The way Goku trains is like the way, trainers would expect. Take your break. Get your drink. Go on the weight. Do your stretches and stuff. You guys, this is how you look at it. Goku and Vegeta, when they fight, totally different. Let's look at Goku. Every time we see Goku get into a fight, Goku always stretches. Bruh, this is the best way to look at this. This is the best way to look at this. Goku, every time he starts a fight, he warms up. Every time, bro. I kid you not. Goku always stretches. Y'all know them little stretches Goku does when he's, stretching his calf muscle and stuff. Doing this, doing... Goku always stretches before his fights, right? He always stretches. Now, if you notice with Vegeta always has that same iconic standstill pose where he's just like they're chilling and he just goes into the fight. Goku always limbers up before a fight. Now, this is the point I'm trying to get at. Let's say you're running a track meet, right? Before you run your track meet and you go do your event, it's required that it's encouraged that you warm up. It's encouraged that you do your little laps, then you do your stretches before you run your event, right? Right, because you don't want to sprain nothing, you don't want to break nothing. Vegeta, I can see where Vegeta always holds himself back at. I'm not saying Vegeta needs to start stretching stuff, but Vegeta doesn't really take care of his well-being like that, his body. let's not forget. There was a moment during the Android saga where Vegeta was training in the gravity room, and he was training so hard that he ended up hurting himself, blew up the gravity chamber, and then Bulma had to come out and escort him to her bed and stuff so he can lay down and rest. Vegeta trains his body so hard to a point where he hurts himself, and it's like, dude, you gotta stretch, you gotta take your breaks. Vegeta will always hold himself back because Vegeta's not training properly. Yes, he's training hard, but he's not training properly. Goku, on the other hand, Goku always does his stretches. Every time Goku gets in a fight, what's the first thing he does? Stretch. He stretches before he gets to a fight. He limbers up. Goku limbers up every time freaking he's like, that's that man Goku. Vegeta just needs to, and that's always going to be Vegeta's character. Vegeta's always going to be that guy, but we're not take away from the fact that Vegeta is still one of the best secondary protagonists that leads the main protagonist and gives the main protagonist some edge and keeps the main protagonist relevant. Because if Vegeta and Goku's rivalry didn't get this deep, you wouldn't see Goku pushed any further. Let's say Vegeta never existed, Goku would have still been trying to push himself further, but Vegeta entices it. And Goku also pushes Vegeta to become better. And Goku, in a way, Goku feeds off of Vegeta. Vegeta feeds off of Goku. Vegeta feeds all the positive energy off of Goku. Yes, Vegeta acknowledges Goku is an idiot and stuff, but he still respects this man. He still likes being around him to a degree. He still likes working with this man. And Vegeta no longer looks at him as a lowly Saiyan grunt. He looks at him like we're on a same level. You're not a grunt. I'm not looking at you like you're a peasant. I look at you like you're worthy to me. We're like on the same level kind of thing. That's how I look at it. But if this overall is a reboot for I'm not saying a reboot, but if they're going to come back and try to fix the power scaling, I'm down with it, because this is it. With Super, we just have to accept it for what it is. They're not going to retcon this stuff. They're not going to reboot it. For me, I wouldn't say that you should reboot it or retcon it, because it's too late. Because I don't want to see everything get redone. Then you got to come up with these new villains and stuff. The current villains, I'm okay with. I'm okay with. But if they're going to keep running with it, what I need to see more consistently, you run with the power scaling that you set up. You run with the power scaling that has been set. Leave it as is and run with it so it can be more consistent. Because if it gets any further inconsistent to where this nigga Roshi shows up out of nowhere and wrecks some niggas off top, I'm like, bruh, what the freak? Get this nigga Roshi out of here. But it depends who Roshi's fighting. For example, the Frieza Grunts. Now the Frieza Grunts that Roshi was fighting in the Resurrection F arc, we're not going to say those grunts were anywhere near Goku or Frieza's level. Those were basic level grunts that were on human level. Power levels and everything. Yes, they're aliens, but they're human. Frieza grunts are human status, so I give them that. And you know what? I can say the same thing for the Tournament of Power arc. Because the Tournament of Power arc, there's some people that would say, oh man, he shouldn't have been in there. But I'll say this. I agree he shouldn't have been in there. He shouldn't have. But I'll say this. The Tournament of Power arc was not necessarily people who were scaled to Goku's status. They're not people who were scaled to freaking on Jiren's level. Everybody was not on the same level. Some people were human level. Some people were on Namekian level as far as power. Some people were on the same level of power. The power was all scaled, and people were double teaming each other. People were teaming up on each other. So all these fights weren't just single fights. Everybody was teaming up. Everybody was taking their own. Some people was fighting 2 at a time. Some people was fighting 3 at a time. The powers were not. Everybody wasn't at a cap like, oh, we're on Goku's level. Everybody who fought in that Tournament of Power arc was not on Goku's level. Some people were on Roshi's level. Some people were on Krillin's level. Some people were on Android 18 and Android 17's level. There was different variations of the level. So I can see Roshi coming up in there and do what he gotta do. Because Roshi still has that little boost and power up thing where he gets hella buff and shit. Does that Kamehameha. Bah! That kind of shit, yo. So, for this legendary announcement, if this is just a continuation of Super, I'm down with it. What I need is you guys to run with the Shintani style. I need y'all to run with the Shintani style, which is this. Which one is it? Which one is it? This is the Shintani style right here. This is the original style, our basic, and this is the Shintani style on the right. This is what they used in Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Let's look up Dragon Ball Super Broly so y'all can see it. So we can get a look at what the animation was like again. This was the animation. Everybody looked kind of youthful and everything. They looked fresh. They looked clean. This is the Shintani style. And if they can run with this for Super, the freak. But yeah, if they can run with this for Super, I'm totally down for it. With this animation style. I'm not saying do the C. Like, look at Vegeta in the Shintani style. This is the Shintani style. This is the Shintani style. This is Vegeta from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Goku in the Shintani style. Everybody looking young, youthful, kind of clean. Look at the eyebrows and stuff. Look at the details. Look at the look at the little veins and the little veins and stuff in their faces and everything. The muscles. Frieza in the Shintani style. Even Broly. That's the Shintani style. If it can run like this moving forward, because the first 5 episodes of Dragon Ball Super Broly, the first 5 episodes of Dragon Ball Super had probably the cleanest animation I've seen. And then after that, it went downhill with the animation. And you guys know my biggest issues with Dragon Ball Super Broly is just the animation inconsistency. And the biggest is just the animation inconsistency and also the power levels. I need those fixed. And if those are fixed, I'm cool with Super. I'm cool with it. That's really the only issues I can say with it. Because I'm not gonna look at 2 things and say the whole thing is trash overall. Right now, Dragon Ball Super is just below average for me. It's not what Z should have been. It's just below average. It's basically a C-. That's how I look at it. It's not a D or an F for me. It's a C-. Hell, yeah, I even got same issues with the MCU, my nigga. Shit, I be having some issues with the MCU as far as visuals and the power scaling. Because with the MCU, the only issues I have with the MCU mainly is that they'll use more CGI than practical. And that's that's sometimes my issue with the MCU, but still tight, but I have my issues. So look, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. So Dragon Ball Super teases a legendary announcement. Hopefully it's a Dragon Ball Super continuation, or maybe they're gonna tease maybe a new gang of games and stuff, or maybe something regarding the manga with Moro and stuff. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. But what I do know what it could be, I hope it's tight. I'm going to end this video. There's your boy Kid Out, the first Black Super Saiyan. We're vibing this planet. Goes to that peace, love, positivity, and all that jazz. Welcome to this channel. I'm here bringing that Dragon Ball content for you guys, like, you know, like hotcakes and shit. You guys, I'm going to end this video there. Y'all have a good day. Peace, love, and positivity. Deuces.